It seems like the entire draft process, everybody was pinning Tyler Warren to the Colts at 14. Now, not everybody knew that Colson Leveland was going to go ahead of him, but still, Warren to the Colts at 14 always just felt like a shoo-in at the point in time. We're going to give him superstar development with these updated rosters, as again, if you watched him his final year at Penn State, they were snapping the ball as Wildcat. He was doing it all, breaking tackles left and right. And today we are going to be rebuilding the Indianapolis Colts. A couple things I made a change here. Put Michael Pittman at wide receiver 3 to try to develop Adonai Mitchell. But if you've ever watched the Colts in Madden simulation, Anthony Richardson always finds a way to develop, and Josh Downs does as well. So I'm hopeful that they will develop here. But yeah, they did pick up DJ Giddens again as a nice change of pace pack for Jonathan Taylor. You go over on defense. You got Latu as a young edge, JT Tuimoloau. You pick up Tre'Davious Ward to help your secondary. Also drafting Justin Wally out of Minnesota. I do love that pick. He's going to play in our slot for us. Again, with that, he's a speedster with that 93 speed. So the Colts at this point, young team, and they did pick up Daniel Jones, but let's be real here. You don't start Daniel Jones. You know what he is. You know what he's done for the Giants, and you're just hoping that Anthony Richardson somehow finds a way to hit that 1% of his, because his upward potential, mind you, he has all the physical tools to be an elite top 5 quarterback. He has the arm. He has the speed. He has the physical stature at 6'4", 250. You just got to work with his intermediate passing game, because he has been all over the place. There's been a couple of times where I see box scores and he's like 4 of 12, 4 of 16. So let's hope that this year Anthony Richardson can take that next step forward. Now that's going to be the goal today. We're going to try to rock with Anthony Richardson as long as possible and hope that he can develop. We're an 81 overall team, 83 offense, 80 defense. And as always, our goal, build the best team in the National Football League and win the Colts a Super Bowl. Again, if you want more draft theme rebuilds, drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below who else you would want. There's been a comment about the Falcons, who I'm going to do after the Colts. And again, drop it down below and let me know what draft-centered rebuild you would want next. I got a bunch in mind coming up, as I'm going to have a lot more free time to start recording these rebuilds. But let's get right into it. Again, trying to rebuild the Colts, win them a Super Bowl with Anthony Richardson at the helm. So for the midseason mark of year 1, we are 1-6. It doesn't seem like anybody is developing here. Let's go take a look at Anthony Richardson. And yeah, 11 touchdowns, 13 picks, 1,600 passing yards. Again, not good at all. Only sacked 8 times though, which is great, but these numbers are terrible. On the ground, Jonathan Taylor, only 3.8 yards per carry. Not getting a lot of movement up front. Josh Downs, though, 530 yards, 4 touchdowns. Tyler Warren, 380 and 3. Michael Pittman, 330 and 4. Then 80 Mitchell, 235 yards, no touchdowns. Really want him to start developing a little bit quicker. Take a look at the offensive line. Braden Smith has allowed 4 out of 8 sacks. Zaire Franklin's going to go to 42 tackles, any sacks. Grover Stewart, Latu, Jalen Charles. Why does he have a sack? Really beats me. They don't have Tuimoloau as a Russian. He's barely even playing. What? That's so dumb. But for our re-signings, we have $32 million, and I'm not bringing any of those guys back. Let's go take a look at our linebacker breakout. Who is poised to get their development trait possibly upgraded? As we head into the press conference, this is Jalen Charles. We're going to take it easy. Taking it easy. Hopefully he can get an upgrade. Only 2 tackles for a loss, but good luck. I just took him out of his spot to get a depth trait. So we'll just go to the end of the season. And at this point in time, we're probably not going to make the playoffs after we're 1-6. And of course, then one time we take over the Colts, Anthony Richardson decides to just not develop and absolutely suck. So we'll see if we decide to keep him or still roll with him. Planning on rolling with him at the moment. We'll just have to see how this rest of the season plays out. And we went 3-14. That's crazy. Very crazy. Anthony Richardson, 28-28. I don't know what to do with this. I really don't. On the ground, JT, only 3.7 yards per carry. That is awful. Through the air, though, Josh Downs, I see why he develops. 13 yards, 13 touchdowns. Tyler Warren, 870 and 6. Michael Pittman, 744 and 5. And then 80 Mitchell, 706 and 3. How did offensive line do? Relatively well. Except for Matt Goncalves. Did not do well at all. Quentin Nelson, Tenor Bottolini, and Bernhard Rainman. Wow, okay, only 2 sacks given up. On defense, Jalen Charles, 105 tackles, 3 TFLs, 4 sacks, 14 TFLs from Buckner, 10 for Latu, 8 for Grover Stewart, 10 sacks from Stewart, from the interior. Should get a dev up here. And Tuimoloau didn't do anything after we put him back in. No sacks at all. Then Cameron Bynum and Charvarius Ward led us picks. Let's go over to the in-season awards. Again, Pat Mahomes wins MVP. No surprise there. Joe Mixon Offensive Player of the Year. That's actually the first time I've seen that in a while. Josh Downs at 9, actually. Okay. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Greg Rousseau. Surprise, surprise. No Colts. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ladd McConkey. Where is... Okay, so we don't have any call. There's Warren all the way down at 10. And the Defensive Rookie of the Year, of course, goes to Mason Graham. Really, Jalen Carlos was a rookie? How about that? But let's go see if we're at the end of the season, if we go straight to the offseason, if we get any development upgrades. I'm hoping Downs and Jalen gets one since he was second in Defensive Rookie of the Year and had over 100 plus tackles. That would really spring forward our development period. Lane Johnson retires as the Eagles won the Super Bowl over the Ravens 31-10. Let's go take a look. Downs. There it is. Superstar development. You see why he developed so fast in this game. Over on defense, really, Charles does not go up. What? After this season, 105 tackles, 3 TFLs, 4 sacks a pick, 8 pass deflections, and he doesn't get upgraded? That's nuts to me. But yeah, Zaire Franklin's still here. Cameron Bynum. Wally's up to a 76. Love to see that. 78 at corner. Love to see that. But at this point in time, we'll just go straight to free agency. Try to address some defensive needs because Lord knows we definitely need it. Now up to $47 million. And again, yeah, we're not bringing anybody back. First year free agency is always typically a dud. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Always pretty bad. Let's see who's going to be the available free agents. And yeah, pretty bad indeed. We could use Shaq Mason to replace the one guard that gave up 8 sacks. That might be something I do. And that'll probably be it. Let's see, how much do you want? $11 million a year? No 1-year deal for 11.9. Let's see if he's going to take it. It's us and the Raiders. Do we have any off-ball linebackers we can try to pick up? Jamian Sherwood. I don't think I've gotten him in a rebuild yet. How does he do? 132 tackles, 9 TFLs, 4. Oh, let's sign him. He had a hell of a season. In 3 years, 16.8. Oh, the Raiders really want him? Look at player friendly, 4 years, 24.4. All right, the Raiders are paying him. We'll just draft an off-ball linebacker at this point in time, unless he decides to sign with us. So these will be the two, Shaq Mason and Jamian Sherwood. And we get none. Beautiful. Okay, so in the draft, obviously need some offensive line. I think we're going to hold on to Anthony Richardson, even though he threw a 28 touchdown, 28 pick season. We could use a wide receiver. You move over to defense. Obviously need an off-ball linebacker. Maybe even another safety, whether or not you draft a corner moving the safety, whatever the case may be. Could use an edge rusher over JT Tuimoloau, but we're going to give him another year to develop. Again, I just don't want to replace the guy after one season. We want to give him some time to try to develop, as we have the number 1 overall pick. So with this, obviously you're not going to take, Arch Manning's tempting. So is Mateo Ulagale, but also Caleb Downs. He's a guy that I actually haven't taken yet in any rebuild. I think he's 100% a blue chip player, but is he worth a 1-1? That's the thing. You really can't say he is. So we're going to try to trade back a tick. The Bucks are offering us a ton. Bucks might be the move. Move back to 3, still have a chance to take him. So we're going to move back with the Bucks. Again, get a first round pick, their second round pick, their first round next year, a 4 and 2 7s. We're going to take that and hope that Downs falls to us, and he does. Beautiful. They took Uagale, Parker goes ahead, and now we're going to take Caleb Downs, former Alabama, transferred to Ohio State with the 3rd overall pick in the draft. 2 in true value, got him at 3. Again, need to give him a haircut. That way he looks the same as he does on the screen. But we will take that, and we have 2 second-round picks. One at the top of the second round, the other one right behind it. So this is where we can address offensive line. We can address receiver. Lenore Sellers is still on the board, same as Garrett Nussmeier. If I wasn't committed to Anthony Richardson, I would pull the trigger on Sellers 100%. He's got the similar body type as him. Eugene Wilson is here. Chase Roberts, 6'4" out of BYU. You also have Eric Singleton out of Auburn. Same thing with Barry and Brown. A lot of guys here that can definitely help out Anthony Richardson's development. Might go Barry and Brown. He's got great elusiveness and everything of that nature. Great agility or elite agility, good change of direction, good jumping, great speed. It's going to come down to the physicals. So again, Barry Brown, solid excel. We have great here with Eugene. I've taken Eugene in one rebuild, so I might go with Barry and Brown. That's what I'm leaning towards at the moment. If I go back to attribute, unless there's like an elite guard. I don't think there is. Yeah, I think all of them went off the board here. So I think at this point in time, unless there's a good off-ball linebacker, not looking like it. Ben Roberts is tempting out of Texas Tech. I don't think I've drafted Ben Roberts, but he doesn't look the same as a receiver. So we're going to go over here and draft Barryon Brown from Kentucky. Again, 6'1", 188 pounds, 22 years old, 16th at true value. Got him at 33. Hidden development with 94 speed. We'll take it as well. Oh, Saints take Garrett Nussmeier. Keep him in state. Now with our second round pick, who do we take now? Really depends. Really don't know who we could. Could go Trey Moore. He's got 1 to 2 talent out of Texas. A, finesse move. B, play rec. A, awareness. It depends on his physicals here. Elite strength, good jumping, good change of direction, good excel. Yeah, we'll take him with a second round pick. You know, our edge rushers didn't do well at all this season, so we're going to take him here. 39th in true value. Norman development kind of blows, quite honestly. It's almost like you light that pick on fire, but it is what it is. We're going to go try to hunt down a left guard now, and hopefully we can find one. I haven't taken Xavier Hill in any rebuilds yet, but he doesn't look really that great. Connor Tollison, same boat, same situation. Giovanni Ohadi, no. Maybe Mason Murphy. Oh, wait a minute. Right? Oh, that's so weird. Why is he in this class when? Well, Riley Mailman, I don't think I've drafted him yet in a rebuild, have I? I really don't think I have. Worst case scenario, he has great speed, elite agility, great change of direction. We can kick him inside the guard and try to start him. That may be what I do. He's a day 3 guy, so ranked 160. I'm not going to take him at the top of the 3rd round. Who am I kidding? I'll have to figure out. Maybe we take an off-ball guy. Tony Rojas doesn't look that great. Their middle linebacker, CJ Allen or TJ Quinn. No. Really, there's nobody in this area. Well, TJ Quinn actually was B zone, B catching, B pursue. Doesn't look terrible. Does he have elite physicals? He's got poor strength. That sucks. Ooh, CJ Hicks got great physicals. Day 3 projection, though. We could trade this pick back to 117. We'll trade this pick back and see if we can move on to later in the 3rd round. Who's trying to move up here? The Raiders are. Same thing with the Patriots. I think we're going to take the Patriots pick here. It's going to be a 3, a 5, and a 6 next year. And we're probably going to take either Hicks or the tackle. It depends on who's on the board. It looks like both guys are. So we're going to take the off-ball linebacker first with CJ Hicks. There he is here. Again, he's got great physicals. You go over here, 22 years old, out of Ohio State as well. Good strength, elite speed, great jumping, great change of direction, elite agility, great excel. Drafting him here, 65 in true value. Got him at 79. No more development, but we're going to play him, put him in the sub linebacker role, try to win him Defensive Rookie of the Year. And then honestly, well, we have one more 4th round pick I'll make if our guy is still on the board. Mailman, how we say his name is. We're going to take him, kick him inside to guard. 106 in true value. Got him at 97. Hidden development. How does he have hidden, but the other guy doesn't? In the draft, Caleb Downs turned out to be a 79 overall. Again, he's immediately going to start at free safety for us. Barryon Brown going to be on the opposite side of Josh Downs. Going to put him in the slot as well. Got Trey Moore, who could be a rush edge. CJ Hicks, who's going to be an off-ball linebacker. The computer took Jam Miller after our 4th round pick on Malman. Interesting pickup from Alabama. Langston Patterson from Vanderbilt. Denzel Lowry, Aiden Fisher, and Nolan Rucci. However you want to say his name. Rucci, whatever the case may be. Let's go with the best overall guys. Can be Zachariah Branch, Caleb Downs, then Ernest Green, as well as Avion Terrell, brother of AJ Terrell. Did he go to the Falcons too? I didn't even pay attention to that. That's kind of unique if he did. But yeah, let's go back, adjust our roster, see what we're going to stand at before going into season 2. Again, it says we're an 85 overall at the moment, but again, that's with everything unchanged. So Brown's going to move up again to our wide receiver 2 spot. I'm going to kick Mailman the guard. Oh, Rucci can develop too. I'm going to kick Mailman inside. Hope that he can develop. And then we'll adjust everything else before recapping and moving on to the midseason mark. This will be the team heading into season 2, starting a bunch of rookies because, again, we want them to develop, get that superstar development. That way, by year 4 and 5, we will be pretty much set up to go. Barian Brown at wide receiver 2 and in our slot, starting Mailman at guard since we kicked them inside. Starting Langston Patterson over Zaire Franklin, getting a little older. We have another hidden development over here with Fisher. Hicks will be our outside linebacker and our sub linebacker. Caleb Downs is our free safety as well as our slot corner. And we're rushing our new defensive end, Trey Moore, out of Texas. Again, not looking like he does in real life, obvious reason, because the draft class isn't up to date in terms of their face scans and body types. But yeah, this is what we're working with. So let's head to the midseason mark. Again, with an 85 offense, 83 defense, and hopefully we're not 1-6 again. So surprise, surprise, we are 1-6 yet again at the midseason mark. And if you look, our defense is dead last. So it's time to change the scheme up. I think we already did. No, we didn't. Okay. So what happened was our game pretty much crashed last time I was at the midseason mark, but obviously I cut that out of the video. But 1-6 yet again. What is going wrong? Is it Anthony Richardson's fault? No, I mean, he's not having a terrible year. Got sacked 10 times, which is relatively good for Madden if you think about it. 63% completion percentage isn't good though. On the ground, JT still not doing well. Do we need to switch to Green Bay? Might have to. Barian Brown's doing great in the slot. Michael Pittman's actually not doing half bad either. Tyler Warren's doing fine, but our defense isn't getting any pressure. I mean, DeForest Buckner has 4 sacks. Why is Kwity Paye in on defense? I benched him for a reason. I hate when they change my depth chart around to where I need to go back and do it. Kwity Paye shouldn't see the light of day. Like, why is he starting over JT Tuimoloau? Why? I changed that for a reason. Did it change everything else I had? It doesn't look like it. As Caleb Downs actually has X Factor. That's great to see. What about my rush ins? It didn't change that, thankfully. God, I hate Madden sometimes, though. We do have $82 million for negotiation. We have Raymond. We're going to let Pierce walk. Kwity Paye get the hell out of here. Braden Smith, Nick Cross, Samuel Womack. We will start back by Brady trying to bring back Bernard Raymond. 3 years, $61 million. He wants more money. Again, Pierce can walk, Kwity Paye can walk. Braden Smith, how have you done so far? If you've done halfway decent, I'll bring you back. 1 sack so far. So yeah, we'll try to bring him. 3 years, probably like $60 million would do it. Does he take it? Wants more money as well. Of course they do. At this point in time, we're just going to go to the end of the season, try to bring back our tackles. And at this point, if we go 3-14 again, you might need to look at quarterback. Bernard Raymond does come back. We have to give him a 4-year, $96 million deal for him to resign. Braden Smith, we'll do a 3-year, like 64. Let's see if he takes that. He does resign on that offer. We'll have $40 million in cap. Just want to update you on bringing them back before I do my focus player. We're 3-9 right now. Still not going anywhere, honestly. It's not looking good for Anthony Richardson's future. Okay, so he somehow turned it around and went 7-10. Does that mean maybe Anthony Richardson did somewhat better in the back half of the season? We'll see. 3,800 yards, 33 touchdowns, 21 picks. Better completion percentage. Got to clean up those interceptions, though. Did get sacked 20 times this year. On the ground, only 474 rushing yards, but 8 touchdowns are relatively good. JT, 923 yards, 4.27 scores. Would love to see him get a little bit more carries. Through the air, Barian Brown. So I'm guessing the slot just eats in this offense. 12 yards, 11 touchdowns. Michael Pittman, 850 and 10. Josh Downs, 739 and 4. 719 and 4 for Tyler Warren. Offensive line, didn't do bad at all, actually. Raymond gave up 7 sacks, which for a tackle in Madden's really good. Did Braden Smith? Oh, he gave up 3. I thought I was about to say, did he give up 0 sacks at the tackle? That'd be kind of nuts. CJ Hicks, 127 tackles, 7 tackles for 2.5 sacks, 3 picks. Gotta be defensive rookie of the year. 18 TFLs for Buckner, 11 for Latu, 11 for Stewart. Look at sacks, 7 for Buckner, 7 for Latu, and then 4 picks for Ward, 3 for Hicks, and 3 from Kenny Moore. Go take a look at the yearly awards. Lamar Jackson wins MVP. Still not going to see any Colts on this list. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Lamar Jackson. Surprise, surprise. Still no Colts here. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett. Still no Colts. Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Barian Brown over Arch Manning. There we go. So Brown should get that superstar bump up. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to CJ Hicks. He had normal development, so that will help out tremendously for our defensive development traits. So let's just go ahead and go straight to the offseason. That way we can see our updated traits. I'm hopeful for Brown to go up to superstar, Hicks to go up to star minimum. And then other than that, there's not really any other expectations I have for development upgrades. That's the Ravens finally win the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson, of course, wins MVP on that one. Yeah, Brown is superstar. Love to see that. Mailman star, unfortunate. Michael Pittman's still down there at the bottom. On defense, Hicks gets bumped up all the way to superstar. Buckner goes up to X Factor. Stewart's down to a 77 overall. So we're going to probably need to draft another defensive tackle at some point in time. But yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. I don't know why Downs doesn't have a single ability. Oh, it's just not activated over there. That's odd. But we're going to go straight to free agency. Well, yeah, straight to free agency. Because I believe the only person we have to re-sign is Alec Pierce. We might need to pick up some fifth-year options. So we'll just go there, figure out what we're going to do. But I'll keep y'all posted, that's for sure. In free agency, we have Terrell Bernard. I've never got him before. And he has superstar development. So went off from a player-friendly 3-year contract for $40.8. He would be a tremendous get for our team. I actually need to bump that up some. So it was what? A player-friendly 3-year. We'll do 42.6. That way we can be above the Saints here. We're not above the Saints still. Very player-friendly. 3 years, 44. How about that one? Still not above the Saints? Player-friendly 5 years, 68. How does that look? Okay, now we're his top offer by a landslide. Good to look at any centers. Connor McGovern, no. We might just draft one, quite honestly. Any guards that can transfer over? No. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Kwity Paye, again, I don't want Kwity Paye. Could use another defensive tackle. DJ Reader, nah. Might just draft one, quite honestly, unless there's a defensive end that's like Travis Jones. Could play defensive tackle at 6'4", 334 pounds. How much money do you want a year? $20 million per? Yeah, no thank you. No thank you at all here. Yeah, looks like we're going to go after only one guy. That's going to be Bernard. Take a look. Does he resign or sign with us? He doesn't really. How about that? That's crazy that he doesn't sign with us. Devon Pace is gone too. Wow, we kind of struck out and missed here, didn't we? At this point in time, I guess we'll just go to not free agency, go to the draft. Unless there's a young guy with a good development. And there's not. In the draft, we're picking at 14. We're going to be in an interesting position if one guy's on the board. It looks like he is. Let me just show you real quick. So we have a top 5 quarterback in Jordan Reynolds. He has A deep, A medium, A short, A under pressure, elite throw power, elite strength. If I take him, this is 100% the end of Anthony Richardson. But it just doesn't feel right, not going all the way through. Do I give Anthony one more year and then trade him and hope there's a good quarterback the next season? Or do I go with a position of need like defensive tackle with Carl Hooks on the board? The run stopper 6'3" at 22 years old. Great speed, 4'9" at 315 pounds. He's got A player, B power, B block shed, B power, A impact blocking, B tackle. He'd be okay, but this quarterback is something else. I don't know. We might give Anthony Richardson one more year. And if he's not good at the midseason, then we can trade him for maybe a first, maybe if we're lucky. I don't know. I'm debating that. I'm debating it in my mind as we speak. Like as I'm talking right now, I'm wavering back and forth, back and forth. No good defensive end. You have a speed rusher in Jaron Richard. Yeah, we don't need another edge rush. We need a defensive tackle. Tell you what, we're going to give Anthony Richardson one more year. It's probably not smart. You're probably yelling at me in the comments right now. Hooks is 10 in true value. Got him at 12. Does crack hidden development. So we'll take it and live to fight another day. But if that quarterback is on the board in round 2, we have another first round pick. I forgot we had 2 from the Bucks. Oh, we're taking Jordan Reynolds. We're taking Jordan Reynolds. I forgot we had their first round pick. 2 in true value. Get him at 14. Does have hidden development. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do for quarterback? Does Anthony Richardson start? Do we try to trade him? Do we see how he does at the midseason mark? I don't know, man. I don't know. We are in a luxury position with that pick. I'm so conflicted right now. It's not even funny. But now what do we really need? We need another linebacker for sure. It looks like nobody's in this range is my type. Unless I go to left outside. Oh, you have 2 A's here. Brandon Sapp. Looks pretty good. But he's around 3 to 4 guy. Do need a guard. A couple of them here, Leach and Curtis. Oh my God, Leach looks great. I'm going to take David Leach here. He's got solid physicals, take him in the second round. 25 in true value, get him at 44. Does have hidden development, we'll take it. I think we're going to go with this strong safety unless I can find an off-ball linebacker. There was 2 lefts that looked good. Yeah, this is around the realm for Brandon Sapp. Could take him here. Could we swung and missed on Bernard? Great speed, good strength, elite change of direction. A player, A pursuit, A awareness, ADC tackle. We'll take him. More of a position in need. 39th true value, get him at 76. Normal development. Now that kind of sucks. Okay, in the draft, Reynolds is only a 77. Hooks at a 76. You have Leach at a 74. Sapp 73. General 71. They took another running back, Dontrell Kelly 71. And then the rest of the board. We're just going to be in a very interesting position for quarterback. This draft was a really weak class. But yeah, we're going to be in a very, very interesting spot in terms of quarterback. Do we let Anthony Richardson ride out into the midseason and see how he does with heat on his neck from Jordan Reynolds? We don't know Reynolds' development, so if we play 95 throw power, got better accuracies, but he's not nearly as fast. We've given Anthony Richardson some hope, some leeway here, but he's in his 3rd year in a contract season, and we have a backup waiting in the wings. So I think we let Anthony Richardson give it a shot for a little bit for the first couple weeks, and if he's not doing good, we're not doing well, we yank him, we play Reynolds, and go from there. On defense, Hooks is going to start at defensive tackle. We really need a strong safety. I'm probably going to move Downs over to strong, because he's more of a run support type guy. Play him over there. Also give him a little haircut while we're here. But yeah, that's what we'll do. But from here, I'm going to go straight to the midseason mark, and I will see y'all then. And I'll see y'all if I make a decision whether or not to bench Anthony Richardson or if we start a new rookie quarterback. That'll probably be around week 3 when you set your scouts to a certain area. Or no, that's week 3. That's when you set your scouts to a certain position, I should say. Or we can go by preseason and then make the decision there. So if we look at the preseason stats, Anthony Richardson played better. Reynolds got sacked 6 times. But yeah, right now, we're going to rock out with Richardson. Let Reynolds take a back seat. And if Richardson does well, what do we do with Reynolds? Do we trade him? Do we trade Richardson? It's going to be an intense QB battle here. Week 1 playing against the Giants, I got to choose our draft class and allocate the scouts. But again, I'm going to keep you all posted along the route. Along the way, I should say, not along the route. Whatever the case it is, I'll keep you updated again. Richardson versus Reynolds. Right now in the midseason mark, we are 4-3. Our first time with a winning record so far in season 3. Our offense is looking better. Anthony Richardson, 8th in passing yards per game, 10th in rushing. Our defense is top 10. We're just not scoring points. So, okay, Anthony Richardson now with a fire under him with Jordan Reynolds here. 12 touchdowns, 4 picks, 75% completion percentage. Got sacked 12 times. JT's getting it on the ground. Through the air, Josh Downs is eating. So maybe we just need to let a fire under Richardson for him to come out and actually play. JT Tuimolas leads us in TFLs. We're actually getting sacks too. Love to see it. Again, let's see who's ready for re-signing. Got Tyler Warren, Josh Downs, Jonathan Taylor, Quentin Nelson, Sharius Ward. You also have Anthony Richardson too. That is going to be very interesting to see what we do. I don't think we're ready to give Anthony a contract just yet, but I will start here with Tyler Warren. 4 years, $63 million. He takes it, even though technically he's supposed to be on a 5th year. We're just going to go ahead and knock it out now. Josh Downs, 5 years, $103 million. He wants more money. JT, I'll give him a 3-year, $31 million deal. He takes it. Quentin Nelson only wants a 1 year. I see Quentin Nelson in free agency all the time. Why is he a trade target? 23.4 over 1 year takes it. Sharius Ward, we'll see how much you regress at the end of the season. Michael Pittman, I'm honestly thinking about shipping off Michael Pittman. Like right now, he is our what? Wide receiver 3? He's at 85 overall. He's developing, but he's 28. I'm going to see what I can get for him. Montez Sweat, not really realistic. Jamie Sherwood isn't a bad deal. Let's see. Ted McMillan, he shouldn't be no more development. That's for sure. Honestly, we can ship him off for Peyton Bowen from the Patriots in 2 fists. We'll do that deal. We'll get off Michael Pittman. Try to let AD Mitchell develop some. Again, I've just never been the biggest Michael Pittman guy. Say what you will about it. So that's probably why I went ahead and wanted to trade him. But that's going to free us about to $122 million. It's going to definitely help us out to pay Anthony Richardson. I'll see how much DeForest Buckner regresses in the offseason. Same thing with Kenny Moore as being 31. So from here, we're going to go straight to the playoffs. We're going to let Anthony Richardson ride on for his job right now. And if I see any slippage, we're going to yank him out. Josh Downs does resign. It took 5 years, $110 million to get him to do so. We're still waiting on other players. Still waiting to see how Anthony Richardson, if he picks it up. We're 5-6. Our passing yards are still up there. How's he looking in terms of his stats so far? 20-9, 73% completion. This is his best season yet. So we're going to rock out with him. Jordan Reynolds is going to have to ride the bench for now. He'll be a good backup in case anything happens. But yeah, I'm going to set my focus player scouting. And then right now, again, 5-6, but I'll see y'all if we make the playoffs or not. So we went 6-11. Third straight year with a losing record. We're going to take a look at the stats so far. And yeah, Richardson is not getting it done. He had a good start to the season. Not really his greatest back half. He's up to an 86 overall with normal development. If you can just find a way to put some of these things together, I think he'd be okay. He put up his best rushing yards, though. I mean, 33 touchdowns, too many interceptions for him, man. I don't know what it is about him so far, but yeah, we have been losing over and over and over again. Let's go take a look at the yearly awards at least and the other guys' stats. Take a look at Richardson. JT only 957 and 10. Through the air, Josh Downs 1188 and 12. Barry Brown 878 and 4. Tyler Warren getting involved. Offensive line. Braden Smith was his worst season yet, of course, after contract. David Leach did terrible. Raymond did fine. On defense, CJ Hicks, 113 tackles, 3 TFLs. 13 TFLs for Buckner, 11 for Latu, 11 for Hooks. 10.5 sacks for Buckner, 7.5 for Latu, 7 for Tuamoau, and then 2 picks from Bynum. None from Downs, surprisingly enough. You are getting Josh Allen MVP. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, of course, Josh Allen. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. No Colts anywhere. AFC Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Michael Rudolph. No Colts. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Kyle Davis. Carl Hooks gets robbed. That's a little brutal. But we'll go to the offseason now to where we make a decision on Anthony Richardson. Do we give him the big money contract, or do we rock with going to be our second year pro now that we drafted a year ago with star development and recoup some of this money? But let's see. Do we get more development upgrades? Does Anthony Richardson go to star? He does not. Reynolds has star. Everybody else looks like they remain the same. On defense, Ward goes down to 86. Hooks has superstar. Okay. Sapp doesn't get anything. And yeah, we still need an edge for sure. Wally's up to an 83. Kenny Moore we might let go too to let Wally play. But we have to re-sign Ward as well. It's tough to figure out what to do with Richardson though. It really is. I just have a feeling that if we let him go, he's going to come back and ball out. We're going to give Ward a 1-year, $10 million offer. He takes it. Latu, 5th year. Not for $20 million. Cam Bynum, bring him back on a 2-year, like a $32 million deal. He wants to get a free agency. That's fine. Giddens can walk. Buckner will bring back 1 year, $17 million. He takes it. Beautiful. And now Anthony Richardson. I'll tell you what, Anthony. If you go player friendly, I'll give you a 2-year, a 1-year, $50 million. Do we tag him? Gonna tag him. We're gonna tag Anthony Richardson. The reason being because I want to see him do it again. 1 more year. He's trying his best now to stay on this team for sure. We definitely need a wide receiver. Fred Warner's here. Tyler Lindenbaum. We got Matthew Golden. We're not year 5 yet. He shouldn't be here. For sure shouldn't be. He's got X Factor though. Thibodeau's got superstar. How does Kayvon Thibodeau have superstar development? He hasn't been doing good at all. Interesting. Interesting. Well, we need a corner for sure. Is there any young corners that maybe have a development? There's not. Unfortunate. I think we can just draft one, honestly. Are there any good wide receivers? Of course, can't really get Matthew Golden, so no. Any tackles or guards? There's a good center with Tyler Linderbaum. I'll try to get him. We can always try. We'll do 3 years, 47. I gotta go player friendly. Player friendly, 3 years, 51. Very player friendly, 3 years, 55. There we go. Trying to get Tyler Linderbaum. Need to bolster our offensive line. There any different? George Karlaftis. I mean, he's interesting, but he doesn't really ever do well in Madden, so we won't sign him. We'll probably draft an edge. At this point in time, that might be all that we do. I mean, I would love to get Fred Warner, don't get me wrong, but he's just too expensive and too old. He's 30 years old, going to start regressing soon. So honestly, this might be another lame type of signing. And honestly, just go after one guy. Going to need to draft a safety. Unless we get Brian Branch. How does Brian Branch do in Sim? Let's take a look. 2 TFLs, 2 sacks, 4 pass deflections. Meh. I'll give him a shot here. I'll do 4 year, 60 mil. Downs will go back to free safety. Really, he's not getting that much offer. I'll give 4 years, 62. Did he want that? Okay. So we're going to have to Linderbaum and Brian Branch. We get Linderbaum. And we get Branch. Okay. That's a good offseason. You solidify your center. You can move Downs back to free safety. And then from there, we can make a decision on Anthony Richardson or Reynolds. Do we trade Reynolds for like a second round pick and some change? Do we keep him? And it really depends. Really depends on what you decide to do, quite honestly. In the draft, we're picking at number 8. Not really a guy I'm interested in trading up for. We're going to stick and pick here at our position. I have Jason Hayden on the board, but obviously if he's a top 5 talent, some team shouldn't have passed him up. He only got okay physicals. Yeah, he's not really crazy. Not taking another quarterback, that's for sure. We've taken too many of them for this draft. The receiver I wanted on the board is now gone. We have Marcus McKenzie later down the board. But again, nobody really here that I'm wanting. We could trade back to the later part of the round. Maybe even pick up another first round pick for next offseason. Because everybody I'm wanting, again, is around the later portion of the draft. I mean, you have A player rec, A power move, but C block shit for Kari Dunn. Yeah, nobody here, again, is around where I want to pick. Like this guy would be a great defensive tackle. A player rec, A block shedding. But he's not till a second round guy. Same thing with Deion Groves here. So we're going to trade this pick back maybe toward the later part of the first round and hopefully pick up another first round pick. Who's going to be willing to give us that deal? Like the Bills for sure could be a possibility. The Browns. Ooh. The Vikings. This is a haul. A 1, a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 7. That is a haul, though. I might have to do that with the Vikings, quite honestly. A 1 and a 2, a 2, a 1, 2 1s. Yeah, I think we're going to move back with the Vikings at this point in time. Because the Vikings are giving us what we want in terms of all these picks and everything. So a 1, a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 7 to only move back 7 spots. Worst case scenario, we can trade back again, pick up more mid-round picks, and see from there. But let's go back to the board. And there was a strong safety, but we already signed one. Wide receivers only at 36. Worst case, we also have Benden Francois 46 at 43. So we could trade back again. Do need a tackle. Justin Kidd doesn't look too bad, but again, not exactly great. Now Spencer Peterson, again, not good. All the guards are gone. So I think we trade back for a second time here. Trade back and try to end with the back end of the first round. Yeah, we can get 25, a 3, 24 and a 2 next year, 2, 3, and a 4. 27, a 1 and a 2. Sign me up, Browns. That's exactly what we wanted, quite honestly. Trade back again. Hopefully the receivers on the board McKenzie wins. Dang, that's unfortunate. That's fine. We still have Brendan Francois, around 1 to 2 talent. Not as good. Unfortunate. So let's see. Let's survey the field here. You have Saxton. He's 23 round 1. You have a corner round 1 to 2. You have a tackle that's 3 to 4. So we might go Craig or probably Saxton, maybe. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. Actually, we might go Deion Groves. Never mind. There might be a corner down the board that's better, like this guy. He's got B man coverage, A catch, C tackle. This guy's got B tackle and A hip power, so you can play safety too. Oh my gosh, elite strength, great speed. Yeah, we're going to take Deion Groves here, training back a couple times, take him in the back half of the draft. 34-inch value, get him at 27, and normal development. Great. Probably going to take Drew Thomas, 6'5", 305. Great strength, poor speed, but defensive tackle, that's going to be a lot better. I'm going to take him here, shift him over. Okay, he does pop a dev trait. I was going to be so upset. 100 in truth value, got him at 40. But again, we're going to move him to defensive tackle, and he should be a lot better. Trust me. I'm hoping he is. That free safety's on the board. Ramon Craig. Yeah, sure, we'll take him. I mean, you got to take the talent while you can. Not really going to have the best position available. 11th in true value. Got him at... Come on. Another freaking normal. Of course it is. Whatever. I'm going to take that physical receiver here. He went off the board. Sergio Favors went off the board. We're having the worst luck possible right now. Sergio Favors was the guy. And he went before I could take him. Great. Great, great, great. And it's always a great day when all your players get taken. This tight end looks crazy. Did I just take the tight end, put Warren in the slot, and put Owens on the field too? That's a possibility. Definite possibility. We still need guard. Well, do we? I mean, we signed one. We drafted one last year. He's just not good. Unless it's a good off-ball linebacker again. I mean, Ben Turner at 21 years old. Take a look at Ben Turner here. Run stopper, 21 years old, great speed, good strength. Yeah, we'll take Ben Turner here. He looks like a good athlete. 89 in true value, get him at 72. Does have hidden development. We'll take it. You know, if that tight end's on the board in the 4th round, I'm going to take him there too. I don't think he would be. I think he went to the Panthers right there. Let's take a look. Actually, no, I think it was Will Trent. Oh, it wasn't Will Trent. So yeah, the tight end went off the board. So at this point, I'll just see out the draft recap. In the draft, we came away with a ton of depth. Deion Groves with a 75. Moved Thomas to defensive tackle to 74. Craig's a 76. Turner 72. Howard, who drafted 74. The computer drafted a 74. Will Trent, middle linebacker Cameron Barnett, 72. And a bunch of other guys. Let's go take a look at our team. Right now, we're an 88 overall with a 91 offense and an 88 defense. Got to adjust our lineup, make sure everybody's in place. Reynolds only had star. Howard's going to be our power back guy. We shift over to defense. We move Downs back to free safety. I'm going to bump Barnett up. That way he can be a sub linebacker. I'm going to start Turner. That way we can get the most upside. And yeah, that's what it's going to look like from here. Groves will be our slot corner. That way we can get, again, try to win defense rookie of the year. Put Howard here at power halfback. I'll adjust the rest. But yeah, from here, again, I'll see all the midseason mark. We're an 88 overall. Again, 91 offense, 85 defense. Let's hope we can break out of this rut we've been stuck in, though. Again, at the mid-season mark, we are 3-4. Our offense is finally turning around. It's just our defense now, of course, that is starting to go haywire, as you see. Take a look at Anthony Richardson, 18-8, turning it around a little bit. Gotta hope he stays under that like 15-pick threshold. On the ground, JT with his best season yet, or start so far. Through the air, Josh Downs, of course. Offensive line's doing fine. How's our defense doing? Barnett's doing great. Latu with 5.5 sacks. I still don't think I'm fully ready to commit to Anthony Richardson at this point in time. Wally's ready for negotiation. Latu's ready. Quentin Nelson. Tuamoa, we're going to let walk, actually. Oh my gosh, Anthony Richardson, 5 years, $69 million. I would sign him for this. This is cheap. He wants a little bit more money, but that is not bad whatsoever. And if he wants to sign for that, I'll commit to him, and I'll trade our backup quarterback for like a 2nd-round pick. That is for sure. Wally wants to stay, and I want him to stay too. 2 years, about $12 million. He wants to take it, and he does. Latu, I'm not really sure about. He really hasn't produced that much, quite honestly. So I'll have to wait till the end of the season to see how he does. Quentin Nelson, I will bring back on a 1 year, about 23.5. He takes it. Beautiful. Same thing with Tuamoau. He just hasn't really lived up to his standards. Like 7 sacks, 9 TFL. That's not break the bank type money, quite honestly. So I'll set my focus scouting. And then from here, I'll just see if we make the playoffs or not. 8-9, we're close. We are right on the edge of making the playoffs. How many games out were we? Let's see. Oh, a division was tough. That's why. Go take a look at our stats so far on the year. Anthony Richardson turning it all the way around. 4,300 yards, 42 touchdowns, 17 picks, 70% completion percentage. This is the Anthony Richardson I was looking for when I decided to rebuild the Colts. Because you always see him develop and Josh Downs somehow, some way or another. On the ground, JT doing his best season. 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns. Anthony adding 2 more on the ground. Through the air, Barry and Brown led the way with 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. Josh Downs with 19. All right. Tyler Warren, 88, 84, and 6. And then A.D. Mitchell, 860 and 5. Our offensive line didn't do terrible, except for Quentin Nelson giving up 7 sacks. That's unusual. On defense, Cameron Barnett, our rookie. 122 tackles, 5 TFLs, 6 picks. That's got to be Defensive Rookie of the Year. 11 TFLs for JT. Hooks with 11. Latu with 11. We need an elite edge. That is really, That is really what we need. Again, Barnett with 6 picks. Branch with 4. Craig with 2. Ward with 2. Downs with only 1. That's interesting. Yoey Awards, Jalen Hurts wins MVP. No Colts anywhere. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Rashee Rice. Still no Colts. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. Barnett at 5. For an off-ball linebacker, that's really good. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Greg Generals. Howard at 8. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Cameron Barnett. Love to see that. Craig at 4. And Thomas at 7. So at this point in time, all we need to do now, go to the offseason, see our development upgrades, and try to offer Anthony Richardson that cheap contract over a 5-year time span. Before that, we do need to see our development upgrades. JT goes up to X Factor, is regressing though. Reynolds is still our backup. Anthony Richardson up to an 87, still no development upgrades. On defense, Barnett goes to star, Brant superstar. Oh, wow, Buckner retired. Okay, interesting. Craig goes up to star. So yeah, our linebackers are looking really good so far. It's just JT Tuamoau is not doing anything. Latu's not doing anything. So they're both going to be gone and try to re-sign a new edge. And then Ward, we'll give him another. We re-signed him, I think. Pretty sure we did. But again, let's go straight to give Anthony Richardson his contract. We have $116 million. Pick up the Downs 5th year. Latu's gone. JT's gone. Anthony Richardson wants 102 over 5. 5 years, 141, 145. That's not bad at all. 146. He takes it, and that's actually beautiful. We will bring back one on a 1 year, $7.5 million deal. Wants to go to free agency. The tag is $25 million. No, thank you. A.D. Mitchell will let go. Yeah, we'll let everybody else go. And now we got to find a good trade partner for a quarterback that we took 2 years ago. At this point in time, he's probably worth like a 2nd, maybe 3rd round pick. Or we can pair him and our 2nd round pick to move up in the 1st round for a QB needy team. That's something I might do. In free agency, though, Bijan Robinson's here. Jalen Carter's here. Ladd McConkey's here. So many guys are in free agency, and we have money ready to spend. Bijan Robinson, get him over JT. I think you got to ride out with JT for all the Colt, fanatics out there. I will love to get Jalen Carter in. 4 years, a lot of money. Or his top offer. We do need a wide receiver. I'll get Ladd McConkey again for another 4-year deal. Him and Josh Downs would be an elite duo. Him and Barry and Brown, too, would be a trio, really. 4 years, 126. That might get it done. Look at our top 100 other than that. Don't need McKinney. Don't need Pooney. We need we need an edge, but there's no good defensive ends out here. So I guess we'll rock with that and then maybe try to draft a defensive end. Really might be it. quite honestly, because, I mean, JOK's whatever. Are there any, like, outside linebackers that are pass rushers that are here? Nolan Smith? How does Nolan Smith do in sim? The speed rusher? Not good at all. Okay, so we'll go after our two guys and see if we can get them. Jalen Carter and Landon McConkey. We get both. Okay. So now we're making a push for our Super Bowl window, especially on defense and offense too with Landon McConkey. To generate our best lineup. Get McConkey, Downs, and Barry and Brown. With Anthony Richardson and JT with X Factor at the helm. You go over to defense, Jalen Carter's here. We could move to a 3-4, but 3-4s never do good in sim. So we could package Thomas, our quarterback, and maybe like a second round pick to get an edge or move up in the draft. Either one, I'm completely fine with. In the draft, there's gotta be one guy that I'm thinking of trading up for. And that is, where is he? Not Dexter Cummings. Where'd he go? There he is. Keegan Johnson. How is this guy not a top 5 talent? I have no idea why. You'll see in just a second. Look at his physicals. Now look at all these A's. A finesse, A hit power, A impact, A power move, B play rec, B block shed. How is he not a top 5 talent? Well, let me tell you. Mike McDougal is crazy. A catching traffic, A catching, A medium, A release, A spec. If I didn't sign all these receivers, this would be the draft to go out and get one. Again, Dexter Cummings. All these A ratings. So I think this draft class might be pretty stacked. Let me look at our focus scouting. Did we find another top 5 talent guy? We did not. So I'm more than likely going to trade up to number 3 if our guy's on the board with the Cardinals. Because that's where we were supposed to go in the mock draft. Waters goes at 1. McDougal goes at 2. So from here, now we got to trade with the Cardinals somehow, some way to get up to number 6. Let's see what they need. They need quarterback. Well, no, they don't. They have Lenore Sellers. What do you mean you need quarterback? You need end. We need end. We need end more than you need end. That's for sure. Do you need guard? Not right guard, one left guard. I'm willing to give up one of our guards. Probably Melman. And what else? You need a corner? We're going to make this trade somehow. We don't have enough corners. I do need a corner. You need safety? Don't need safety. No linebacker help, except for defensive end. And we need defensive end. That's why we're trying to trade up for this guy. And like a 2. I'm just going to see where this goes. Maybe a next year 1, because I want to keep my first round pick for sure. And a 3. How will this look? Okay, it's almost through. A 2 and a 3. This is a lot to give up. Oh, we're okay. We probably give up a lot there. That's fine. I want to keep our first round pick moving all the way up to 3 for Keegan Johnson. I swear to you, if he has no one development, I'm going to flip out. Number 7 in true value, got him at 3. Hidden development. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go straight to 11 now. Who's going to be on the board? One of the top 5 receivers is, oh no, they're both gone. They're both gone. I thought they were both about to be there for a second. I was about to lose my mind here too. Now what we could do to recompensate our value is trade this pick back. That might be what I do because I don't need receiver. I need corner. That's what I really need is corner. Barnett. Is there any good corners here? A BB. You have a D, A, B, A. I mean, it's not real good. There's a zone corner, but he's all the way at 38. So we're probably going to trade this pick back. Or I can package a pick with my quarterback and maybe try to go for an elite corner. A 1-1 swap Reynolds for Jackson. We need more upgrades at corner. They need a backup quarterback because Sam Darnold is older. And now from this spot, we're going to try to trade away this pick for more mid-round picks because we need more seconds and thirds. This is tempting from the Bills for sure. Let me look all the way around though to see what exactly I want to do. Because I need more seconds and third round picks, quite honestly. Is there any team willing to give up a 1, 2, and a 3 to move up? That's all. Is that all next year? That is. We could punt this pick, go all the way to our. We don't even have a second round, so that would be really it. I just want a first, a second, and a third. Let me see what I can do with the Bucks. Not, but we already trade with the Bucks. With the Bills at 28. Let me see what I can do with them. No, not Bills. The Bills are always good. The Panthers at 22 are an interesting team. They're not really crazy in Madden. So I'm definitely going to try to make something happen with them. And I can maybe get a second rounder out of them. Boom. It's a 1 and a 2 to move back just 11 spots. Nothing too bad. We're going to try to pick a guy that we want at 22 instead. Don't really need corner anymore, but it wouldn't be opposed to get one. There's a zone corner with Michael Jenkins. If his physical is all right, I might think about taking him. The physicals are not okay, actually. I thought they would be good, but they're not. No good ends here. Oh, well, there's a 1 to 2 guy in the 3rd or 4th round. Could use another offensive lineman since... No, we didn't trade one away. Yeah, we did trade one away. So we could use one. I don't know if it's worth taking it with our 1st round pick, though. JT is getting older, so in case we need to let JT go, there's no running backs in this round. Could go Jamari McCray, but he'd be our 4th receiver at that point in time. So really, what do you do here? Do you just go, oh, this guy looks good, but he's round 2 to 3. Again, there's nobody in the realm of this area of the draft to where I'd take him. Everybody else is like 38, whatever the case may be. There's a power rusher at 29. This is interesting. Take a look at Bryce Griffin. Great speed, great strength. We do need another edge, so we're going to take him here. He is 36 in true value, and I'm at 22. Hidden development. So now we got our 2 guys for Latu and JT Tuimoloau leaving that haven't really produced. And now we're back in the 2nd round. Where here, I can take... Now the corners are gone. That's unfortunate. The safeties are gone too. Well, they weren't my plan. I mean, I can take an off-ball linebacker. Here, I'm not afraid to reach because we don't have a 3rd round pick. So, if there's a guy here that I want, I'll take him. There was a defensive end here. He's power rusher Nick Lockley. We're going to take him here. He's around 1 to 2 talent. We're in the 2nd round. So we'll take him here. 24th in true value. Got him at 54 and normal development. In the draft, Keegan Johnson turned out to be a 78 overall. We're going to move Bryce Griffin down to right end. That way he can play because, again, we're in a 4-3 defense. And we need our edges to start doing something. Because, again, JT and Latu weren't accomplishing it. He's up to a 76, actually. We have Lockwood at 75. Irving was a 70. They drafted Max Prince. Sure. I guess could be a good number 4. Let me take a look to see who overall is good in this draft. I knew these guys were great. McDougal and Cummings, both 80s. Waters was an 80. Justin Cruz in the 3rd was an 80. Okay. Could have took Kamani Phillips. That's fine. Better draft class this time around. But I'm going to go adjust my lineup and let you know. Again, we're standing at a 90 right now. Might go up or down based on who's what and who's where. But I'll overall show you that before we go to the midseason. So before we go to the midseason, again, we're a 90 overall, 93 offense, 88 defense. This team just got to put it together. We have a great offensive line, great receiving trio. Anthony Richardson is going to be hopefully his best season yet. Over on defense, young but talented. Couple superstars. And this guy, Waynes, is a backup who's superstar development somehow. Ben Turner, only star. We'll keep him rocking out at left outside. Because again, my left outside linebacker isn't on the field that much. And the sub linebacker packages have 2 rookie edges. Brian Branch and Caleb Downs. Need help in the secondary, especially at corner. But hopefully our D-line can wreak havoc and take care of that. But again, I'll see all the midseason mark. Let's hope that we can finally make a playoff push. Because we are getting to the end of this rebuild and we haven't even sniffed the playoffs. Once again, at the midseason, we're finally hitting our stride. 6-1. Gotta love to see that. Tops in every single category. And we're going to take a look and see how that's working out. Anthony Richardson, again, stride for stride, his best year yet. JT doing okay. Anthony Richardson, 6 touchdowns, though. Ladd McConkey's definitely making an effort here. Offensive line's doing fine. Peyton Bowen at a sub linebacker. I mean, sure. We're actually getting sacks from Carter and Keegan. Love to see that in a couple of picks here as well. Let's see who we need to resign. Probably not going to have that much cap because we went hard in free agency. $31 million. And really, I'm going to bring back 2 guys. Brown and Hicks. Let's do a 3-year, 47. wants more money. CJ Hicks. He's an off ball. 6 years, 109. 6 years, 107. Well, let me go restructure some contracts, or at least one, to ensure that we can re-sign some of these guys. So I'm going to do that and try to re-sign CJ Hicks. At this point in time, you know the drill. Before I reveal how we did in Season 5, again, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know down below what other draft theme rebuild you would want next. I've seen some feedback in the comment section. Right now, leaning towards the Falcons with Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. But let me know down below what other ideas y'all would have. Again, we're a 93 overall team, 95 offense, 91 defense. Go look at our abilities. X factor for Johnson. Love to see it up to an 87 overall. So we are working right now. Love to see where we are at currently. But in year 5, we went 13-4, got a first round bye. We're going to go check out the stats so far and see how everybody did. Anthony Richardson, basically 4,300 yards, 38 touchdowns, 12 picks. Only 15, or got sacked 15 times. That's really, really good. On the ground, JT, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Richardson with 11 on the ground. Okay. Through the air, Ladd McConkey, 21 touchdowns. Man, Tyler Warren almost had 1,000 yards. And a tight end in Madden, kind of cracked. On our offensive line again, here's 5 sacks for Braden and Bernard. On defense, CJ Hicks again led us to tackles 102. 15 TFLs for Carter, 13 for Griffin, 12 for Johnson. 17 sacks for Carter, 14.5 from Johnson. This is why we drafted him and traded up for him. Brian Branch with 3 picks, Hicks with 2. Go take a look at our yearly awards. Caleb Williams, MVP. Okay, Anthony, finally showing you where I think you could be at 4. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Quinshawn Judkins on the Browns. McConkey and Anthony Richardson at 5 and 6. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett. Jalen Carter at 3. Johnson at 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Justin Selvey. We didn't have anybody on offense. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Keegan Johnson. Griffin at 5. Now let's go see who we're going to match up with in the divisional round. It says we got bumped up to $34 million in cap. That's going to be great. Playing the Patriots with Drake May and Christian Gonzalez, as well as George Karlaftis. Let's hope that we can take it. Win our first playoff matchup of the rebuild. We do. And we're playing the Browns. Madden loves the Browns. They have a better defense than we have. Thinking Mason Graham. Oh, Mason Graham, Mike Hall, and Myles Garrett. That's an elite defensive line. Kind of nervous about it. In the AFC Conference Championship. And we're making it to the Super Bowl. Looks like we are playing the Commanders. Okay. Jaden Daniels. In this offense, they're an 88 overall. Yeah, Jaden Daniels on 97. They have Hughes and a good corner. Let's take a look at our upgrades and see where we're going to end up at. Richardson finally gets up to star development. McConkey X Factor. Nobody else goes up on offense. On defense, Hicks says X Factor. And that's about it from what I can see. Now let's go into the Super Bowl. Again, if you enjoyed this rebuild so far, drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below who you would want to be rebuilt next. But let's hop into this one again, going quarter by quarter. And let's hope we can win the Colts the Super Bowl. Here we go, quarter by quarter. Let's hope Anthony Richardson can go down the field. We do score first, 7-0. And we are second and goal from the 10-yard line. And we throw a pick, it looks like. Washington's going to tie the game at 7 before we take the lead at halftime, up only by 7 points. Low scoring affair for a Super Bowl. The Commanders tie the game up. And now fourth quarter, we're going to go possession by possession. Let's see what's going to end up happening. The Commanders punt it. Can we drive down the field? No, we take it. Oh, 3-yard penalty by offense here. Big run by JT. Another big run. Keep grounding the football. It's what we do best. Now Tyler Warren, of course, big time tight end making plays here. And that's a touchdown to Ladd McConkey, 49 yards. Could that be the go-ahead score? Let's see what the Commanders are going to end up doing. They are a high-powered offense as well. Jaden Daniels leading them down the field. 1st and 10 from the 16, now 3rd and 3 from the 8, and they score. Do they go for 2? They do not. This is a legacy drive for Anthony Richardson. Can he make something happen? No, we're going to overtime. This is going to be a tough one. Tooth and nails. We're driving down the field. Can we score a touchdown? It looks like 1st and 10 from the 16, 2nd and 2, and we do. Anthony Richardson runs it in, and now it's going to be down to Jaden Daniels and this offense to tie the game at 28. Looks like they're going to. They're driving as well. 2nd and 19, big sack by Keegan Johnson, the rookie. And there's 4th and 4. We're going to watch this play, actually. We're going to go slow. Jump to the next play. And here we go. 4th and 4. From the 21-yard line, Jaden Daniels looking to throw over the middle. 1st down, breaks a tackle, and down to the 5-yard line. That's Morgan Talley. Dang, our defense was there. Should have been able to stop him, but it was not meant to be. It's going to be touchdown for the Commanders. And now the next score wins, I believe. Let's see what the Colts can do here. 1st and 10, driving down the field as well. 3rd and 5, 4th and inches. They kick the field goal, and we have taken the Super Bowl. In a double overtime masterclass. You could say this may have been the greatest Super Bowl of all time. I mean, I don't see any lies. Again, if you enjoy this, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, comment who you want done next. This was pretty fun. You know, I was a little risky with Anthony Richardson drafting a backup quarterback over him, but he showed up when we needed to. There he is right there. Again, drop a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. But until then, I'm out. Peace.